It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
There's Foles. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Foles. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Smith on the tackle. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Foles. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception, Cousins. Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Danny Trevathan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
Cousins pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
That's a gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Cousins now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
The 40-yard line.
2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
Looks like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
10 at the 35-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Now Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Cook, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
18 on the play. 1st down, Bears.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Now it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
It's 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Trubisky to throw again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Cousins on 1st down. They go with a screen to Gore. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now a dump off here complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
The Bears' 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He can run, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From way up at the 23.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin.
Interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
32,
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun is Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Complete to Cordero.
Give him 6 yards in the first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Bears first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
22-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 14. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Number 29,
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Running lanes ran a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Play fake. Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kyle Ford. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
First and 10.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And the Bears first down.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on a football there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a game.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside.
That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears.
Complete to number 80,
Jimmy Graham.
Touchdown.
With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Taken in the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
first down throw for Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 43.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Madison running on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
To Adam Thielen. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe trite, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
That's complete to Mooney.
Go time, baby!
Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and forever. Cousins to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Try a little trickery here on the end around. And they'll get this down to the 10.
The wide receiver.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Montgomery. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
They've been suffocating all game long on defense. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Now ahead and falls, loses the football. It's out. He's at the 50. 30. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Extra point. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play.
And now here's another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it, and that will light a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with a win. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans